see. So we are working on Bilal Katamba's article, which was written by Brenda. And for today, we are going to focus on two things, which is infoboxes and categories. So let's start immediately. You can see the tag that this article is an orphan as no other articles linked to it. Please introduce links to this page from related articles. So of course, the most important thing is adding maybe a few other see also categories, see also people. And when you do that, for example, go to Kainerugaba and also connect it to Bilar Katamba to reduce them saying it is an orphan. So let's go straight maybe to adding an info box. So we'll go to edit, then insert, look for information in the article that may be important to add. So we'll see this these options, then go to, for example, oops, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Templates. And then here we'll say info box. So it would be nice if we put the info box for constructing other templates in general. So let's say info box, very many things, but for now we are going to say info box of a person. Info box for school, television. There's info box for a journal, sports person, office holder, but this one is usually for like US. But let's do info box for person, and it will bring these options. They would want to start, hi Lovens, good to see you. They would want to start with a person and their name, if there's an image, if there's a website, and you can tick on which ones to add. For example, here I would want to add honorific because we know he's maybe an army general or something else. We can add birth date if it is available, death date if they're not alive, burial place, citizenship. I think that is important. Maybe education if it is available. Also add occupation since we know his job. Maybe employer, which is the, I think, UPDF, also known as, I think that would be mostly for like, I know Mugisha Brenda's article, who is working on someone that has an alias. And yeah, so they don't have parties. If you know the partner or the spouse, I think those are enough for now for us to work with. So I will go to here, his name. We know his name, default name. That is Bilal Katamba. If you have any questions, please ask. Then we go to honorific name. Maybe just let me open the article again to see some of this. Bilal Katamba, they are saying, has been named acting defense spokesperson, deputy UPDF spokesperson. So that's 2000. I think so. That is still his office, and he's a major. So we know that he is a major. So we'll put that. Then yeah, I think that's it. Image we will look later. We know he is Ugandan. Education, we can add that later, maybe alma mater. Occupation, his occupation, maybe army officer. You can update this, but as of now, I'm just putting that. I'll leave that to Uganda People's Defense Forces, UPDF. Website, we don't really need this. At this moment, we have information that I'll do just that. Publish, we're going to say we've added an Infobox. And no thanks. Yeah, it doesn't look so good because we've maybe not added very many items, but at the moment it's something that we can build on a little bit later. Most of these become very nice if you're adding an image, but we can search later on Commons to see if he has a photo. So I will go now on how to use Hotcut to add categories. For me, it's already active, so this might be a bit challenging in guiding you, but I think if you follow along, oh, McLean, is the network again? I don't know what you mean. Please clarify. So mine already has Hotcut enabled because they're already saying this article needs additional or more specific categories. So we should add more categories. So she has added living people, Ugandan military personnel, 21st Ugandan people stabs. Maybe we can add after clicking edit. Okay, so Ruth, I'll just go back again. Apologies if you didn't see that. So let me just zoom in for you to see. So after clicking edit, we would go to this plus sign. Depends on which gadget you're using, but you would see something that allows you to insert. And we are looking for a template. So we are looking for templates that enable you to see. And we mentioned that if you type in Infobox, you are going to see several info boxes because there's info box for television, for person, for journal, for school, for criminal. Wow, interesting. For convicted criminals, for sports person, office holder, for a film, music article, and many more. So we're choosing for person, etc, etc. So I will just refresh so that we go back. All right, no problem. You're welcome, Ruth. So let's go back to how it was. The editor will load. So I'm going to demonstrate how to activate Hotcut for those who would like to do that. But we can also do the categories. We would come here to where are the three dots? Yes. So you'd come here to this, what do they call it? Hamburger, or like sort of burger, stacked up burger that you're seeing. Maybe this is the bread, this is the meat, this is the bread on top. I don't know what they call it. But yeah, it looks like a burger, a hamburger. So we would come here and say categories. So in categories, you would be adding the specific category to which it belongs. and they're saying he's the new acting deputy spokesperson. The predecessor. Oh, okay. We could have added predecessor. Predecessor was Kanodeo Akiki for the outgoing person. Bilal Katamba, public information has officially handed over. All right, so we are going to add categories, but that mostly depends on the information that is available about this person. Oh, hey, I think that also works. So just to understand categories, you are organizing the article in ways where people can easily find other articles related to it. So, for example, people that have served in the military, people that maybe if we saw maybe his education, that would be helpful. If we saw categories. But for me, I also have the hotcut, which I think I will show you later. But first, let's maybe add one more category. You go to Buno or Mbovu Bushatu, and you add maybe one more category. I am 21st century. Let's say Ugandan. There's already Ugandan Anglican, Ugandan Baha'is, Ugandan Africanists. I am just assuming that he fought in the Bush War. I don't know. Army. Let's try army. There's that already. There's military personnel. We can say Uganda Bush War. How was it? Ugandan Bush War. What was that? So I think they had suggested, so I don't know, but I'm just using this as an example of a category that we could use. Let's see if there's anything else on 21st century army century. Yeah. No, that's not a category. So 21st century Afghan actors. Let's see, Ugandan. We don't know if he's a Roman Catholic. We don't know if he's an engineer. But yes, I think you get the idea. So after adding this, I have not got any more categories. Let me check the chat if you've okay, no one has suggested anything. But yes, so this has been added, changes, and then publish and say added a category and publish. So I am going to first of all address the item of this being an orphan. Maybe just go here and edit and add predecessor just to the Infobox, and maybe we can have a Q&A session for those who have questions generally about anything. I'm sure if we get more information, he has studied, he has he's known for what? For being a good spokesperson? I don't know. Predecessor. So they were saying that the predecessor is Kanor Dewo Akiki. We'll get this and put it here. So the predecessor is Dewo Akiki. And for those who love brackets to show that some of this information is already available on Wikipedia, especially for like Ugandan and Army officer. But I would need to find something like this that already is existing as an important person. I don't know how you would say what he's known for. Maybe neural networker. Yes. I will share the recording, no problem, Macklin. Okay. To add hotcut. Any questions? Any information that you want clarified, please let me know. And this can be for today's session, but also for all the other sessions. That is about Wikipedia in all things that we've covered. That is how to use the sandbox. That is how to wiki-link. That is how to add categories. That is how to reference. Any other that you think would be important for you to understand in the Wikimedian space. And maybe just to confirm, for those whose articles I have not seen, please ensure that you are sending them maybe before either today or later, so that we have those as work that you have done. Yes, she's Ruth. That's a very good question. Is there no need for references while adding information in the data box? Not exactly, because the information you're using is the one you've already written about in the article. So this ensures that you're not repeating references, but what I wanted to demonstrate was how you can add let me just find it in my contributions, how you can add brackets to the work that you have done so that it shows that the article is already existent. For example, for Deo Akiki, if it is already existent, it should already, we know Ugandan or Wikipedia. I don't remember where I did it from, but I'm just going to check in my sandbox. And yes, I have remembered where I did it from. It was with Patricia Munabi's article. So for this article, you can see, I hope you can, yes, it became blank a bit, that Makerere University is already in blue, meaning it has been showed as already an article existing on Wikipedia. So because you no, so if you're not sure of the information, please don't add. So if you add edge in this info box, it must also be existing in the article. So the info box is just a summary of the general article. So it should be information that you already have existing in the article. If you have an info box, it should be showing work that that already has a reference in the article. Just as I was saying, hope Ruth, that answers your question briefly. An info box should be answering what is already existent in the article. So you can't sort of present new information in the info box. So as you can see, there is Makerere University. Okay. Ruth, is your question answered? Okay. For infoboxes must be about information that is already existent in an article. So you referencing it is like double referencing. I hope that answers your question, Ruth. So for articles that are already existent on Wikipedia, we have these brackets that show that the article is already existent. So we'll copy, well, for those who already know some programming, I'll just copy these and put this here and not save because I need them. Just delete. Okay. And then put these on our article of Bilal. If you see what I'm doing. So I've copied these articles, these items, so that I paste them on the other article. Okay, so for Bilal, Ugandan is we know is already existent on Wikipedia. Maybe army officer, I think should be. I had assigned the article of Deo Akiki to Priska. I don't know if she has made any progress in that regard. But yes, let's go ahead. I'm sure Major should be existing as a title. Oh no, I shouldn't have done that. Okay. I'll just type Major. Then Katamba. Yes, I'm sure that Ugandan. Oh, it has happened. I'm sure that Ugandan is already existent on the Wikipedia space. So I'll just paste this and say Ugandan. Occupation, army officer. Maybe is already existent on Wikipedia. I don't know why they're not coming together. I'll just do this. So this is to already show that these articles are on Wikipedia. I'm very sure Uganda People's Defense Forces is also existent on Wikipedia. So I'll just do this. And we are good to go. If you have any questions, please let me know. If they were Kiki, I would have put brackets here, but I'm not sure it exists. Really, Uganda People's Defense Forces. I'm thinking it does exist, but maybe I might have made a mistake there. All right. That is it for Patricia Munabi. No, it should be this Birar Katamba, and yes. So that's it for infoboxes and categories. If questions, let me know. That's how it appears after putting the double brackets for us. Ruth, I hope your question was answered. Anisha, I hope you can see all of this clearly. If that is all right, I don't know if there are any more questions. If you can't, just put them on the WhatsApp group. I'm going to try and check there. Nope, nothing. Oh, double brackets. I can just show it again. Ruth, apologies if that didn't go well, because I think I was sharing the Patricia Munabi one, which didn't have the double brackets. Maybe it did, but yes. So on Wikipedia by putting these double brackets. I don't know why they're saying Uganda People's Defense Forces is not existing on Wikipedia. Maybe I've typed the wrong one. People's Defense Forces Uganda. Well, it's already in. I'm sure it actually has an English article. But yes, Ruth, is that clear for you? Oh no, it actually doesn't have a. Oh, it does. Uganda Peoples. Okay. So I had put this in the wrong place. Let's see if this will reflect now when I save the changes. Okay. Let's see if it shows. If it shows. Okay. Thank you. Let me publish. Oh, yes. So we can now see that it is both, it is sensitive to the information. I had put the apostrophe in the wrong place. So yes, Uganda People's Defense Forces has a presence there. And on top, you can see his title, Major. And this concludes. I'm just using someone. Okay, Joanne. It's okay. Well understood. I thought I was like, who is Kesande Joanne? All right. So if you have any questions, just again in regards to Wikipedia and any other related items, please let me know. If you don't, that marks the end of our discussion in regards to English Wikipedia. I'm looking for the curriculum to see what is next. But yes, for those who remember, what is our next topic? What is our next item that we are focusing on? Let's see those who were attentive when I was sharing it. Bill? No. It's not Bill, it's Bilal. Bidara. I wrote Bidara. Okay, thank you, Bilal. Thank you for that correction. Let me just change that. Share my screen. Thank you. That's very important. I had misspelled his name. So if you want to edit this, you just double click and it takes you to the template. It's not Bilala, it's Bilal, and we'll apply changes, and that is fixed. So Elvis says Wiki Commons, huh? No, we are doing one, so it can't be both. You choose one. As I look for the drive that has our next topic, please, I have shared the information on what you need to fill on WhatsApp and the Google Sheet. you should populate that so that you input your numbers and we fill the information that will allow you get your stipend, and that should be via mobile money. So if you haven't seen that list, please let me know. The list should have your name and also the phone number so that I send it to our accountant and they provide you with your stipend. If you have filled the list, well and good. If you have not, please do that as quickly as possible. It helps me fill the amount that you need and also send it as early as possible so that it comes maybe before the month starts. If you have seen the drive, let me know. If you have not, I can share it again, but it is the same drive that has the English articles. So fill that and provide information I need for you to get your stuff. We are going to Runyankole incubator with the interface. Also focused on questions that you have in contributing to Runyankole, and that should be it. If there are no questions, yes, that's the end of our session today. Yes, Brenda, I will reshare it so that you can fill that in. No further questions. That marks the end of our session today. See you soon. Bye.